So stop pacing with losers in the hopes that you feel like a bit more of a winner. That's not a strategy that's going to get you very far. It's just going to get you to the bottom of the barrel just that little bit faster. Yo, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Byron Ovenstone. If you've been here before, thank you for joining me. Guys, I literally just talked at the fucking camera for like 4 minutes. I didn't hit the start button properly. So I could see myself talking and I'm like, this is weird. And then I realized at the top of the screen, there's no timer. So I just been talking for like a handful of minutes. I'm guessing it was about 4 minutes and I didn't even record a fucking thing. So there's that. Fail of the day. But anyway, guys, what I'm touching on today is the concept of pacing and why it fucking matters and why you should be paying attention to it. Let's say you and someone else go for a walk, right? You guys are walking side by side. You walk at the same pace. Why? Because one of you matches the other person's pace. Now, maybe you're thinking to yourself, what the fuck does that have to do with anything, Byron? And I'm about to tell you. Who you pace yourself with matters. If you're the pace setter, make sure you're pacing at a pace that gets people to level up. If you're pacing with someone and they're setting the trend, make sure that the pace that they're setting is moving you further and faster towards where you want to go. All too often in this game called life, guys are pacing with the wrong kind of people. You're allowing people to be slower, lower on the food chain than you, and then you match their energy and you wonder why you're not achieving what you want. You wonder why you feel like you're leaving so much shit on the fucking table. It's because you fucking are. You're hanging around with deadbeat people who are slowing you the fuck down. At some point, you need to realize this, and you have to give them the gift of goodbye or the gift of space to where you can then find a network of people who are going to pull you along for the ride. I've said this many, many times before. You've got your fucking jet engines and you've got your anchors. I don't want any anchors kicking around. If you're going to slow me down, I'm going to cut you fucking loose and keep moving forward. Because I only have one chance at this game called life, and I want to make the fucking most of it. Like I touched on yesterday or day before, I am the fucking one for my family. So if you're going to be the person that fucking slows me down and holds me back, I got to let you go, man. Because your pace that you're setting for me is unacceptable. Because every single time when I slow down and I slip, my wife and my kids pay. They fall. That's not okay to me. That's unacceptable to me. So realize, guys, that the pace that you set or the people that you're pacing with matters. If you're hanging around on a consistent basis with a bunch of fuckers whose highlight of the week is watching Monday Night Football around fucking nachos bowl and a bunch of fucking pizza and beer, do not be shocked when that is the highlight of your week as well. Do not be shocked when you start watching yourself get further and further away from who you know you want to become. And as a result, you spiral and you get miserable, more depressed, more anxious. You start picking up a little bit of extra weight. You start adding vices to your already fucking repertoire of vices because you need more ways of escaping who you're becoming rather than addressing the issue and fucking leveling up. What most guys do, and what Byron 1.0 did, is he just bolts on more vices to avoid having to look at himself in the mirror and realize what the fuck is going on. So it started with overeating, then it was consuming too much alcohol, then it was too much caffeine, hiding behind work, hiding behind games. Like all of these things start showing up. And it starts with just that, pacing yourself with the wrong people. Versus if you start pacing yourself with some savage fucking insanely driven individuals who expect you to win and expect you to keep the fuck up and do the work, do not be shocked when you start time collapsing 1 year goals, 18-month goals into fucking 6 months. Because you're required to do the work just to maintain the pace that they're setting. You don't have a choice. You want to hang with them, you got to fucking step up. So realize that the pace that you're playing in this game called life fucking matters. Who you pace with matters. Your network matters. If you're slowing down so that other people can keep up with you, That's a problem. Because now you're opening that gateway to a bunch of fuckery in the back. Right? When we don't live our full potential, when we're not all in on what the fuck we want from this game called life, and we're not hunting shit down, we self-sabotage. We start occupying space with other shit, other distractions to give ourselves a purpose. And that purpose is to fuck ourselves up. And I played that game for long enough too. So you absolutely have to get to a point where you stop the shit, where you stop allowing people to drag you down, regardless of whether you've got tenure with them or not. The amount of people that hit me with, oh, but you don't understand, Byron, we've been friends for fucking 30 years. Okay, you can still be friends, just don't pace with that motherfucker. If he's dragging you down and slowing you down and the highlight of his week is getting white girl wasted while watching football and eating hot dogs, unless that's what your fucking highlight of the week is for you too, and that's what you want from this game called life, he's not the person you should be pacing. You can still be friends with that person. You just edit the relationship accordingly. You have to pace yourself with people who are on the path of where you want to go or have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I would highly suggest you do the been there, done that, got the t-shirt people, because they know what the fuck to expect. They know the pitfalls that are coming your way. They know all the roadblocks, all the barriers, etc. This is again why coaching and mentorship is so fucking important. And the more you spend on coaching and mentorship, the faster you time collapse your goals, and the quicker that 2.0 you is able to come to the surface. When you start investing in that and you pace with those people, everything gets better. Everything time collapses to the point where you start achieving shit in record time, and you go from January 1st having made a decision about a goal that's gonna, you think, take a year, to boom, 6 months later you're like, fuck me, I have to reassess this shit. We're already there. That shit happens all the time. I look at whiteboards all the time with my shit on them, and I'm like, fuck, oh, we thought that was gonna take a year. Okay, well, we're 9 months in and it's done. So what now? Okay, next year we're gonna have to get a little bit more angry with it, because people are holding me to a standard. They're expecting shit from me more than I expect from myself. And when you pace yourself with those kind of people, and they're the fucking jet engine, everything gets better off the back end. So stop pacing with the wrong people, because regardless of whether you think you're the exception, there's a high probability you're not, and you're the fucking rule. If you pace with losers, you will become a loser. If you pace with winners, you'll become a winner. Again, it's that whole average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Hang around with fucking losers and you will inevitably become that one. Hang around with a bunch of winners who set the pace, who hold the standard, who expect you to fucking win and command it of you or demand it of you, and you have no choice but to win. And then again, that 2.0 version of you that you've been hunting down, that vision that you have, those daily non-negotiables that you stick in place, happen every day, and as a result you become that guy off the back. But it doesn't happen by accident, and it also doesn't happen if you're a fucking lone wolf. Yes, you can get to a certain level by yourself. I'm a testament to that. I was able to make a lot of money and get relatively healthy, fit, and strong all alone. But at some point you realize that the lone wolf dies first. That when you pace yourself with some people who are fucking savages and you earn the right to network in those networks, everything gets crazy. Everything gets better. Now there's times when I walk into rooms and the fucking net worth of the room is $1 billion. I'm like, fuck, I don't belong here. And then I have to remember that that's a limiting belief and that I do belong there. And that if I pace myself with the rest of the guys in that fucking room, I'm gonna time collapse my way to becoming one of them. And time collapse my ability to do what they do on a consistent basis. So start getting uncomfortable. Start pacing with some people that are a little bit faster, a little bit further along this journey than you. Yes, it sucks because it's a constant reminder of how far behind the 8 ball you are. But I promise you now, pacing with losers is not going to get you there any faster. You're not going to win because you're surrounded by fucking losers. It's that whole cheerleader effect, right? I can't remember the movie, but the guy's like, oh no, when you do this and you block them out and you see them solo, different game, right? Same shit applies. If you pace with losers, don't expect to be a winner. I would rather be a loser amongst fucking incredibly successful people than a winner amongst a bunch of fucking losers. Because considering you're a loser in a room of 1 billion and you're worth a few million, to everyone else you're fucking crushing. But if you're a winner in a group of losers where the net worth of the room is $100,000 and you make up 90,000 of those 100,000, you're not a fucking winner. That's not winning. That's just making ends meet. So who you pace yourself with, who you learn from, who's in your ecosystem, all of that shit matters. And then the only way you can find yourself in the right places, and I said this so many fucking times, at this point I don't understand why people still don't get it, is by understanding who the fuck you want to become. Being crystal clear on your vision. What does the best version of Byron look like? How do I deconstruct that version of me and live him every single day? And once you run that play and you pace with the people that would associate with that version of Byron, everything gets better. Everything gets faster. So stop pacing with losers in the hopes that you feel like a bit more of a winner. That's not a strategy that's going to get you very far. It's just going to get you to the bottom of the barrel just that little bit faster. Start leveling up. Hang with some people that are fucking savages, that expect you to win, that demand it of you. If you don't have that kind of network available to you, there's a link in my bio or in my description box below. Click that link, join my coaching program. We've literally got guys in there that are selling their business for $1 billion. We've got other guys in there that have overcome pretty much every single challenge you could think of and some. There is no ability for you to be a lone wolf in our ecosystem. There is no challenge that you have that not one of us has solved before. So now when you leverage that and you run with a bunch of guys who are determined to fucking dominate this game called life, you will inevitably do the same. I hope you guys found today's video useful. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers for now.